So, I'm a One Piece reader. I love the manga. I love the anime. I don't watch it because I'm trying to let the episodes build up. I kind of want to just have like a buffet of it one day. But so I just read One Piece chapter 818, and this is the very first video I've ever made. I never thought I was one that could do what everybody else does. You know what I'm saying, with the editing and all that other stuff, and they do really good at it. So I just leave that to them. But I gotta say this stuff. So I got a list, 4 things that I want to know what people think about the upcoming stuff in One Piece. You know, as it goes towards, the possible fight between, the Straw Hats and the Big Mom Pirates, or the Kaido's Beast Pirates. But okay, so I've been thinking, and I put a lot of these things together. So this is what I came up with. First thing is Zoro's possible new sword. Now I know a lot of people probably thinking like he already has 3 swords. He doesn't need another one. He uses 3 Centauri. I get that, but if you think about One Piece and the major swordsmen in One Piece, they all have swords that are theirs. You know what I mean? Zoro got 2 swords in Log Town that you can say were technically his, like the Curse Sword. I don't want to try to say the name. I'm gonna try it. Kyoketsu. I don't know. But he got the Curse Sword, which was technically like the weakest of the 3 that were made. Then he got the one from my mans that owned the shop, and it was like a top 50 grade sword. So I mean, those swords were his, and the one he got from Kuina's dad. So he got his 3 swords. The one that was given as a gift. I mean, both of them were given as gift, but the one that my man's brought from upstairs, that one got rusted, so he left that on Thriller Bark. Then, so then he beat Ryoma, and he got the Wano Country National Treasure. He got Ryoma's sword. So now people probably wonder, okay, so what new sword? What new sword? So chapter 818 brings up the idea that these stones that the Wano Kuni samurai knew how to make, and the technique died with Momonosuke's dad. So, is it possible that the Straw Hats get to Wano Kuni, you know what I'm saying? This is after, whatever. I don't know. But is it possible that they get to Wano Kuni, Robin reads the poneglyphs, and possibly learns how to, tell the samurai how to make the stones? Because it says in the chapter that they made them. Granted, the translation was kind of weird. There's a lot of stuff that was just like, okay, this is wrong, so I got to read it again. But if the stones, supposedly, the stones are super hard. You know what I'm saying? They're unbreakable. Imagine if Zoro had his own sword made by the samurai using the technique of the poneglyphs. Just saying, I think that would be pretty dope. Like, he's never gonna get rid of Kuina's sword. He's I don't think he'll ever get rid of Ryoma's sword, because he won that shit. So I mean, that's his. But the Cursed Sword, I don't know what's gonna happen to it. I honestly believe it's gonna get broken. But he could leave it. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, the Straw Hats would save Wano Kuni, and they would be a national treasure, and Zoro could leave something like, this comes from, and I mean, the Wano Kuni people could be generations later tell the story about the sword and be like, this came from um, one of the liberators or something. But I kind of feel like Zoro might actually have to take on Kaido personally, but that's kind of improbable. Um, what I had the next thing, Kaido, Daffy, the Devil Fruits, and the Beast Pirates. Okay, so this may seem a little unlikely to people, but if you think about it, it's kind of possible. You take Kaido, he's a Yan, you know what I'm saying? He's a Yonko, whatever, however the fuck you pronounce it. He one of the big four, alright? Then you got Doflamingo, Daffy. You got Daffy. He's an ex-celestial dragon with Conqueror's Haki. And he ain't no pushover. And he has a devil fruit that is technically assassin based. And they call this nigga the Sky Demon. So he flies. You know what I'm saying? He uses strings on clouds or whatever. Yeah, he uses strings on clouds. So I don't think it's impossible for Daffy to have gone back to the Holy Land and threaten motherfuckers for info. Excuse my language, it's just how I talk. I don't feel like that's far fetched. And possibly, you know what I'm saying? It kept, probably shared some information, but kept the good shit for itself. And it's just like, if you pretty much you the underground dude. You know what I'm saying? Your name is Joker. You got a big stake in the underground world of One Piece. So that would mean that he make a lot of plays. You know what I'm saying? He make a lot of moves. He got a lot of info. He got a lot of people under him and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people. And I mean, it's Daffy. You seen what he did. You seen what he did. But the other thing is, imagine if Daffy was using Kaido to get closer to something. I can't necessarily say what it is because I don't really know what Daffy's whole plan as a pirate is. I feel like he just kind of want to be in control. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Dressrosa never ended, I think he probably would have been a little cool. He probably would have, you know what I'm saying, moved up the ladder doing some other shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Like Law said, wasn't no big names making no noise no more. And I mean, this was after, you know what I'm saying, Whitebeard's death. And wasn't no big names making no moves. Law said that shit. And one more thing about Daffy is, I don't feel like he really scared of Kaido. Daffy's character don't come off like that to me. He seems calculated. He seems like, you know what I'm saying, when he got threatened about that shit, it was more like, this motherfucker's fucking with my plan. You know what I mean? So I feel like Kaido, in essence, in his mind, probably think like, well, you know, I got Doflamingo and his people. You know what I'm saying? I got a little partnership with them. You know what I mean? I got one of the poneglyphs, or one of the road poneglyphs. You know what I mean? And we building an army. You feel me? We building an army. So that was, you know what I'm saying, that was part two. Just, you know what I'm saying, just I feel like there's some type of little partnership between Doflamingo and Kaido. My third thing was Big Mom and her shit. So Big Mom sent out Capone and Peckhams to pick up Sanji. They took him back, and he's gonna marry one of her daughters, one of her 35 daughters. And he's the third son of the Vinsmoke. The Vinsmoke is supposed to be underground royalty. Now, we don't know how big the underground is, but I can promise you that it's some celestial dragons that dabbled in the underground. Why? Go back to Sabado, the auction house. I know they're untouchable and everything, but why would these people be in this part? You know what I'm saying? Be doing shit that, I mean, technically they wouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? They in shit that they technically shouldn't be a part of. But that's a side note. But back to what I was saying. Big Mom is building her own army, but she ain't building it like Kaido. She getting motherfuckers based off family connections. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard nobody say anything about the fact that Peckham's last name is Nekomamushi. So when you found out that Big Mom, you know what I'm saying, she dealing bloodlines, it's like, so how many powerful motherfuckers is she really in league with? You know what I'm saying? She got a roll poneglyph. She trying to get Sanji to marry into her family. So then he'll be a part of her crew, and then she'll also have the Vinsmoke family, and I don't know how you say it, I guess it's German 66. She got them too. So you know what I'm saying? Kaido building his little beast army. She got assassins. You know what I mean? So I feel like either Big Mom and Kaido are gonna fight it out. You know what I'm saying? Or just think about it. Think about this. Kaido and Big Mom might just be trying to be like, fuck the world government. Like having straight up, like beat the world government. You know what I'm saying? Like take it to the world government. Probably, you know what I'm saying, beat the shit out of the Navy. You know what I'm saying? But imagine that. Imagine that. If them two was partnering up. If them two was partnering up. Now Big Mom ain't looking for the samurai. Who looking for the samurai? Kaido. Kaido looking for the samurai. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if Kaido and Big Mom was to get together, that means that they gonna make some noise, because Blackbeard ain't fucking with Shanks, and Shanks ain't fucking with Blackbeard. So you know that's just I just thought about that, and it kind of was like, that kind of makes sense that these motherfuckers could team up to attack the world government and really, you know what I'm saying, deal a blow to these motherfuckers. And then you got Daffy just kind of sitting in the back, you know what I'm saying, lying in wait. But the last thing I was talking about was the possible fight between them. Now, the possibility of them teaming up is probably unlikely, but you never know with Oda. But the fight between them, like, imagine that because Big Mom was fucking with Sanji and them during Dressrosa, you know what I'm saying, Big Mom, that motherfucking poster, that ain't got, I just thought about this, that shit ain't got nothing to do with what happened to Sanji. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I can't explain, because technically the world government makes, you know what I'm saying, they make the posters. The Navy make the posters, whatever. They make the posters for pirates and bad guys. But Sanji and Nami and Brooke and Chopper, they was all on the, you know what I'm saying, on the Sunny when Big Mom came. You know what I'm saying? They fought Big Mom. And I'm pretty sure that Big Mom saw this motherfucker. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, I find it very peculiar that Big Mom literally went after the Straw Hats. She went after the Straw Hats. You know what I mean? Went after the Straw Hats. Now, who's to say that she... I guess the possibility that she saw the wanted poster. Oh, nope. Not even gonna do that. Nope, because the government makes those. So, what if she was already in leagues, you know what I'm saying, with the Vinsmoke, and was trying to figure out which son was gonna marry her, and then fought Sanji and realized, I know your daddy. Mm-hmm. Cause isn't it funny that, I mean, they got away. I mean, they got away. They got away. I feel like they wouldn't get away. I don't care how great the Sunny is. I feel like if Big Mom really wanted to fucking get you after we found out what she would do to motherfuckers who disagree with her, I feel like it wouldn't be hard for her to go after them. You know what I'm saying? But they got away. I'm just saying. But that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just my thoughts. And like I said, this is my first video. I'm really sorry it's long. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying, I'm one take Jake right here. So 58, 59, 16, deuces.